Dom?
I got a lot of numbers for you, Frank. So CNBC viewers, listeners, readers, they know just how much healthcare costs have risen, but we have the fresh numbers out. Now that we have kind of some of these movements here, right, to highlight just how bad it's gotten if that recent inflation data wasn't enough to trigger you. Here's the latest from the Kaiser Family Foundation. They do a lot of tracking and research of the healthcare business. If you are covered by an employer-sponsored healthcare plan, family premiums have now risen by a whopping 47% over the course of the last 10 years, which depressingly has outpaced wage growth, which has grown about 31%. And then in that span, general levels of inflation overall up about roughly 23%. Now, to put some dollar numbers around those percentage moves, the average family has an insurance premium of just around $22,000, a little north of there right now. The employees themselves cover roughly $6,000 of that cost, and then employers foot the rest of the bill. And the amount that you're on the hook for if you end up needing to tap into that health care coverage, the amount you need to cover out of pocket before that insurance kicks in, well, those so-called deductibles are up 68% in the last decade. Now it's about $1,669 you got to cover from your own side of things. That's up from $991 over the course of the last 10 years. So I guess what it comes down to is, Tyler, Frank, we know that health insurance costs a lot, but it is a whopping lot more than it was just 10 years ago, guys.
I'm so glad you pointed out on the deductibles, Dom, because there are lots of ways that costs go up. And it's not just the premium, though they have. It's the deductible. It's the out-of-pocket maximum. It's the way they calculate those things. It's the people who are in-network versus out-of-network and so forth. And so there are lots of ways that these costs bite you.
So the deductible is where the rubber meets the road, right? Because even if you're covered by insurance, you only get covered for the stuff after you've paid a certain amount out of pocket. And that's $1,600 to $1,700. That's a lot of money you have to cover on your own before that insurance even kicks in. The reason why it's such a big deal right now is because for those people who are fortunate to have employer-sponsored health care coverage, that's about 155 million families, people in this country, roughly speaking. That's only about 59% of employers that actually offer those kinds of health care benefits. A lot of other companies don't do it.